Mortgage delinquencies in the news. Also, commercial property is becoming an issue. And we're going to talk a little bit about staging your house and Willa Glenn House of the Week and Luxury House of the Week, as well as County Bay Area Real Estate Report. Let's get this moving really quick. And this right here is old. If you've been watching the news, if you've been watching Facebook or TikTok or whatever, we have a bunch of crash bros out there, right? They're saying, oh, the market is crashing. In some areas, maybe they are, but not in Silicon Valley. This is across the United States, and this is reporting the first quarter 2024 mortgage delinquency rates. It's low. It's nothing over here. This is 2008 right here. This is too big to fail right here, right? This is everything that we're talking about. Could it be going up? It's going up a little bit, but it's not worth anything talk about. So I'm going to stop talking about it. And I'm telling you straight up, you hear these crash bros, don't look at the delinquency rates for mortgages, for home mortgages as an indicator, because right now, that's not an issue. It is not an issue for us to have to worry about that right now. Commercial property, however, is like a stack of dominoes ready to fall. Here's what happens. And I've explained it to a few people today or the last couple of weeks. Commercial real estate is not like residential real estate, because you buy a commercial property based on the cash flow that it presents. And you go to the bank and say, this is the cash flow. And they say, okay, because of this, we say it's worth this, right? One of my real estate agents called me up for one of my rentals the other day. Based on cash flow, it'll go for this. I'm like, you're out of your freaking mind. It's not worth that. It's worth a whole lot more. And I bought it for a whole lot more. Why are you bothering me now? I just need to know, because I'm like, call me when I can make twice as much as what I bought it for. I hung up the phone. That's how they look at it. They look at it as a commercial asset. A commercial asset is based on cash flow, what the value can pull from the bank, pull from the owner, and what the owner can pull from that building or from that commercial piece, whether it's a strip mall, an office building, apartments, what have you, right? And it's all based on cash flow. And when times are good, cash flow is up. And then you turn around and sell it to some sucker. The way you get into this is you call up your buddies and say, hey, I need $1 million. I need to get a real estate investment trust, right? And I need to get 20% down, or sometimes 30% down for this property, which was purchased in 2019 for 23, let's just call it $24 million. I need a couple $1 million. So you go to all your friends, you pull as much cash as you can. Then you go to their friends, you pull as much cash as they can, and you buy this property. And what they tell you, there's no RESPA. You have to be really careful when you buy stuff like this in commercial, because people will cook the books. According to CoStar, the assets are 90% plus leased. Is it cash flowing the way it says it is? Because if you're saying it's cash flowing for, say, $6 a square foot, and in reality it's $3 a square foot, you're a freaking liar, and you're bamboo the buyer, and you're going to get sued. But at the same time, the buyer is losing that property because it's not cash flowing. That's exactly what this is. Efficient property staging. Property. This isn't my article. I did not write this, but look, common sense, right? Keeping it clean, keeping it organized. Notice no more than 3 things on any surface. 1, 2, 3. It's almost as if they listen to me. Taking depersonalization seriously. I don't think that's a true thing. I think 1 or 2 family pictures tell a story that you created memories here, and the next family is going to come in and make picture or memories. So I don't believe in that at all. Resisting the elements can damage your house, complicates stuff. Share different residents, blah, blah, blah. Displaying live plants. It's actually true, because it actually makes your house smell better. It picks up the nasty smells and it converts it into better air. Have live plants in your house, but don't let it go out of the way, out of crazy. If you're going to sell a house, don't sell it empty. If you're going to stage a house, don't stage 40% of the house. You got to keep a bedroom. You got to keep an office. You got to keep a bathroom. If you have an empty room, they're not going to know and you can't take a picture of it. Look, staging is important, because when you're attracting somebody, a buyer, you want to give depth and personality and a reason for that picture. And in a room, you have to give it a reason as to why it exists. It could be a dining room, a living room, an office, a bedroom, but you have to give the viewer a reason why you're looking at. If it's a blank room, then it looks like, I don't know what the hell this is. So they're going to move on to the next one. They're going to lose interest. So the idea in marketing it is you give them reasons to continue to look, and put some doilies on it, make some pictures on it, there's a lot to look at this picture, but if you look at a blank room, there's not much to look at. Yes, here we go. Open up the windows, open up your shades, open up your blinds, take off the screens. I know nobody talks about taking off the screens of your windows. Take them off. Wash the windows, wash the tracks, make it look brand new. Take the screen off, wash it, wash the screen and put it in the garage. You want to use your screen? Put it right next to the window. Pop it right back in when you open that window. You want to let as much light into that room as possible. And when you do that, you let 5% more light into that room. So 5% makes a huge difference. Yes, here's the thing. You got smoke smell, you got fish smell, you got odor smell, you got stagnant air smell, you got you smell. I tell you, your house smells most peculiar to the stranger that walks into your house, but you go away for a week, you come back and you're like, holy crap, what the hell is wrong with my house? But no, it's just you got used to another smell and you came back and that. So a way to do it is mask it, but don't do it with all that chemical smell. Do it with something natural like essential oils or lemon or potpourri. That's something that was big back in the 80s and 90s, but that's because it made the house smell better. Last thing I want to tell you is have a great mindset about this, because if you come at me and you're negative Nelly, oh, it'll never sell. Guess what? It'll never sell. If you're like, this house is going to sell, I know it is. The house is going to sell because your mindset is allowing it to happen. Enough of that. And by the way, if you're thinking about selling, download this home inspection checklist and get your honeydews in order. Willa Glenn House of the Week, 1122 Brace Avenue. Not my listing, 3-bedroom, 1.5 bath, 1,374 square feet, built in 1920. This has been on the market for 104 days. I'm sorry, 104 years old. It's been on the market for 48 days. Guys, this is a very well-priced house. I couldn't tell you why. Oh, it's not staged. See what I mean? The staging. Okay, could that be an office? Yeah, that could be an office. See, the house is in good shape. It looks like the floors could be redone. Comes with the washer and dryer down in the cellar. Okay, guys, this one's ripe for the picking. If you're looking at buying a house, let's go take a look. Winding Way, the luxury home of the week, $30 million, 6-bedroom, 8.5 baths, 7,900 square feet, built in 1997 in the woods. So anything on this side of the freeway, this is 280 by the way, anything on this side of the freeway, you're going to have high fire rating, just so you know. It means some people, some insurance companies will not want to insure you because see where it's all green? You know what's happening right now, right? Forest fires all over the place. This one's going to take a lot longer to sell because of where it is, but it's a beautiful home, very mature trees and shrubbery everywhere, but it's just beautiful. Everything about it is screaming beautiful. Take a look at it. The link is in my blog. Nothing super crazy outside of what I think is, there are 44 homes. No, how many homes? How many closings do we have this week? We had 81 in county. We had 81 closings, and of that, average 50%. I'm telling you, something's wrong with their numbers right now. Something's wrong with their algorithm, because that's an outlier. It doesn't make sense. And I know that Solano and Contra Costa had the same problem last year, so don't look at that as anything indicative of that. It could just be the software that they're using, the service, the MLS service that they're using. We'll tell you, Rapatoni maybe. So Alameda and Santa Clara are tops outside of San Francisco. Weirdest thing, San Francisco's been at 110 for the last 2-3 months, 100%. So something's going crazy here, right? Something's going really crazy in San Francisco. Either people are just short selling the hell out of it and they're getting what they want. I don't know. San Mateo has the highest average sales price. Santa Clara has the highest sales volume and the most listings